Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming Dev Tuesday! Yes! Can't wait to be back. We are here.
Yes, let's do it.
Your first start for today, will the PS4 be supporting Oculus Rift, or are they even making their own?
Yeah, yes and yes.
Let's go over that story, shall we? CVG is citing an anonymous developer who's saying that Sony will unveil a PlayStation-branded virtual reality headset at the Tokyo Game Show later this year, similar to the movie Virtuosity.
I will not be shut down. Game over.
The story also claims that Sony was supposed to reveal this whole virtual reality headset thing at Gamescom, but plans fell through at the last minute.
This headset will be an apparent rival to the Oculus Rift, though there are rumors that Sony is seeking a partnership with Oculus to supply the hardware.
That would probably make more sense than making their own.
I would like that for sure.
The source also specifically mentioned that Evolution Studios is working on integration with Drive Club, you know, that other game that they announced for PS4, for the game's cockpit view.
It's got driving in it, but we're probably gonna show footage of that. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
CVG also interviewed, oh boy,
Shuhei Yoshida.
thank you,
Yeah.
at Gamescom, and when asked directly about 3D headsets, he said the following. Let's cut the racism to a minimum. You know, we're Sony, so we have lots of different things and different ideas in R&D. When it comes to researching things, we are doing a lot of things that we can't talk about.
Really? Really, Sony? Why would you say that?
Wow, right? That
Why would you just say that
Leaked.
they're doing something cool?
I don't know.
Why would Sony develop their own headset if they could partner with the Oculus Rift?
Yes, and Oculus did tell us during a live stream that the Rift can work with the PS4 and the Xbox One. It's just up to Sony and Microsoft to actually support the tech.
Right, so I mean, it's up to those consoles to go, you know what? We're going to go with this really badass headset that we know is really cool and it works with everything. I don't
Right.
know what it's, I mean, like,
And
of course they're going to do that.
This, for me, is actually kind of exciting because up to now, motion control has been kind of meh. But imagine Move, especially in some kind of porno video game. We got a ball and a stick.
And then you got the headset on and you're doing this.
Your parents will judge you in different ways, but they will be proud of you for finally making it like this.
Hey, Lawrence, are you excited about the porno simulator?
I have been watching nothing but Lawnmower Man since I heard about this to prepare.
The vision of the future.
And in the end of the movie, all the phones in the entire world go off at the same time.
That's what he does with his time.
This sounds really dumb.
This is pretty bad. So what do you think? Is having some kind of virtual reality system a make it or break it deal for you for the new systems?
I mean, it's one of those things that's probably just going to be an add-on. You pay an extra $200, plug it into USB, and then walk around your house like an idiot.
PC users thought they're all high and mighty with their virtual reality, but everyone's gonna have it now. Porn for everybody.
I already have porn.
Your parents are gonna kick you out
I already have porn.
when they see you masturbating with this
With the
headset on.
Why are you naked with your headset on?
I'm the Lawnmower Man, Mom!
Oh my gosh.
And then just, and the whole TV system falls with them. I'm hacking.
Okay.
Let's come together, like the movie.
I don't know. I still haven't seen the movie. I don't know
And
how
we've
to
had sex.
We were eating Thai food in Germany because all the other food was terrible in Germany, and we finally got some good food. And he's all, it was silent at the table. This is the life, like that. And all of us are like, what the fuck?
He sees things differently.
He does.
He has like that awesome vision where just things look nice. He's like the Lawnmower Man. Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Wednesday.
Oh, I'm so tired. I can't hump. I can't do it. I can't. All right. I'll do it.
First news story for today, the Xbox One, guess what?
What?
The release date.
Oh my gosh, what is it?
It's after the PS4.
Well, sort of. So it's November 22nd, and we were kind of right. We were saying it's going to come out before the PS4.
Right.
And it's actually after the PS4's US release date, because that's PS4 is November 15th and
Yes.
Xbox One's November 22nd. But it's before the PS4's European launch date.
At the end of the day, you're gonna go to the store and
gonna
someone's
buy
gonna
it.
say, hey, we don't have any more. And you're gonna go, what the fuck? What do you got? We use.
And Uyas, here you go.
We got plenty of this crap.
But at least Microsoft is releasing in 13 major markets all at once. And here they are: Australia, Austria, Brazil, Canada, France, Germany, Ireland, Italy, Mexico, New Zealand, Spain, UK, and USA.
USA.
USA! USA!
And to celebrate some guy who works at Microsoft, he's actually the Vice President of Marketing Strategy and Business, Yusuf Mehid. Was that right?
Yusuf
Mehdi.
Mehdi.
How do you guys know those names?
Whatever. I'm
Anyway.
guessing.
Anyway, he announced on Xbox Wire that the Xbox One CPU has been increased from 1.6 gigahertz to 1.75.
Oh my gosh, they did it!
What does that mean?
Well, hopefully this won't result in cooling issues like the Red Ring of Death. That would be really bad.
Yeah, I had two of those. That's fine. This on top of the bump that the Xbox One GPU got all the way in the beginning of August from 800 megahertz to 853 megahertz. These are just numbers. No one cares.
What does it really mean for the Xbox One's performance is kind of the question.
Okay.
Not a whole hell of a lot. So.
Well, at least not right now.
No, all launch games were developed to the pre-boost specs.
Right, exactly. So furthermore, most of the games will be developed to be cross-platform specs.
Yeah.
So most of the games, it'll be about 2 to 3 frames per second difference, maybe. PS4, Xbox One, PC games, at least the ports will be better on the PC this generation.
Yes, that's true.
And if you're getting an Xbox One in Europe, I think you get FIFA. If it's the day one edition,
Yeah, you're right.
and you live in a certain country.
How do you know all these bundles?
I was in Gamescom and someone yelled it at me.
And you memorized it?
But all the TV stuff's useless to you. We get to enjoy it.
I don't even. You're just saying sentences.
America has. I went on Wikipedia.
Talking about America.
53.6 or 9% of all Americans have internet or have cable.
Somebody needs to put. You need to go to bed.
They learn. I have been on a lot of cold
There's a
medicine,
lot, we're both kind of sick and tired.
doing stuff, but
Yeah.
release date.
On your trailers. All right, the first trailer is Lego Marvel Superheroes. Stanley, Lawrence, tell me why this is so awesome, and don't say the word cute. You can't say cute.
Adorable.
Synonym.
Why is it cool, Lawrence?
They're just really fun games.
They
and
are.
also, it's going to outsell any game that you like this year.
To
That's
be
my-
fair, it is launching on like 16 platforms.
Wow, he's right.
I think it's on the Super Nintendo. The final trailer for today with the Watch Dogs open world gameplay demo. They're just like, hey, you know what? Let's not do a mission. Let's just walk around, see what we can do, play around, get hacked, hack someone else.
This is so cool.
It's 14 minutes. It's awesome.
Ubisoft has now my money for both games.
Lawrence, what's the better game, GTA 5 or Watch Dogs?
Final Fantasy 14.
You suck.
I'm putting animal traps in the Bramble Patch.
Shut up!
Yeah, that realm was really reborn.
Shut up, you nerd!
How many long does this take? Your first and sorry for today, the Xbox One got a release date, and guess what?
Yeah.
It's after the PlayStation 3.
It's November 20.
5. What number are we on? Let me do that again.
Okay, yeah. Austria, Brazil, Canada.
Phil.
Phil.
I didn't know that's my own.
Scroll. Oh my gosh, Phil. There we go, right there.
What are you doing,
Phil!
buddy?
You fucked it up again. Here, I'll do it.
You're good at everything, can you, Phil?
No, I can't.
All right, there we go. All right, I'm just going to read them real quick.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming Together for Thursday.
Oh, it's Thursday! Let's do the show!
And today we're talking about the Xbox One versus the PS4 now that we know some more information
Yeah.
about what they can and cannot do.
Okay, so let's start with the storage solutions.
Yeah, PS4, it will be shipping with a 500 gigabyte hard drive that is upgradable.
Okay.
External drives will not be supported at launch, and there has been no mention of external drive capabilities at this time.
Well, that's bad. And that's for the Xbox One. It'll also ship with a 500 gigabyte hard drive, which is not upgradable. But at PAX just last week, Major Nelson mentioned that external drives would not be available at launch, just like the PS4, but support will come later. So we're guessing that both PS4 and Xbox One will support external hard drives.
And let's talk about controllers. It was announced that the PS4 will support up to 4 controllers, not like the 7 that the PS3 had.
That's kind of weird.
Who did that?
Yeah, I don't know why. But the Xbox One will support 8 wireless controllers.
I only have 5 friends.
Yeah.
This will come in handy for nobody. I think actually sports games it helps, but if you can keep track of any one of your mans on the field, good for you.
Lawrence, how many friends do you have?
Well, are we counting humans or anime figures or what?
Both.
27.
Let's move over to the online services. How much is this Xbox Live thing going to cost me?
It's $5 a month, $60 a year, or a little cheaper if you get it on Amazon.
Right, and you will need Xbox Live Gold to do just about anything. A lot of the apps are locked out, even the coveted Toys R Us app.
What does the Toys R Us app
It
do?
allows you to look at toys that little children might be holding.
Games with Gold is also starting up, but the games so far have been very old and not really cool.
Right, that's when you get a free game once a month, something like that, very similar to what the PlayStation Plus system has been doing for a little while. Microsoft also just announced a new rewards program today in which you can get rebates based on your gamer score and
What?
take surveys for money.
Lawrence, you're going to get so many rebates.
Yeah, 3 whole percents. Can I call each one of those percents a new friend? Because that's 5.
Sure, yes, you can do that.
Okay. Also, this is important for people who like to stream their media. Apparently, the Xbox One will not be supporting Xbox Media Center anymore.
Okay, all right.
But ideally, with the whole Windows 8 App Store solution, you should be able to get Plex XBMC, something to
Right,
work in the middle.
The
because-
easy video streaming service.
Right, because I do this. I legally ripped all my media, and it's sitting on a hard drive because I don't like discs. They stupid.
You didn't do that.
They're sitting in the closet.
You're a pirate. As for the PlayStation 4, it's $4.16 a month, or $50 a year. PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live Gold are both very comparable. They're almost the same price. PS Plus is a pretty awesome service, according to Lawrence. Online services are free, but online matchmaking is behind the paywall. Free-to-play games will not require PS Plus, which is very important.
Right. Now let's move over to how these systems will interact with other things besides video games. This
Right.
is important for some people out there because of convergence.
Yeah.
That's a word someone just told me. Xbox One will be acting as a universal remote for all of your devices like TV, Blu-ray, home theater, VHS player, etc.
You're gonna have a VHS player, right?
Yeah, I have 2 VHS players. That's because when I go to the store, when I go to Hollywood Video, I rent a video, put it in one, and I have a blank tape in the other. Don't tell anyone about this,
Whoa.
but then I make a copy.
You're not supposed to do that.
Don't tell me things I can't do.
It's also a pass-through for your cable box, so you can watch TV while using the Xbox One interface.
This is relevant for none of you, so.
Well, that's not true.
I don't know, there's one guy who's like, I'm happy.
I'm excited about it.
I know, because you're an old man.
PS4 will not do any of these things. It's a Blu-ray drive that plays games. That's it.
That's why it's $100 cheaper.
Correct.
Smart move, Sony. Now let's talk about the size of these behemoths. Well, actually, only one of them is. The Xbox One is much, much wider than the PlayStation 4. So by comparison, it's wider than the original PlayStation 3 and the original Xbox 360 combined.
Jeez.
I'm just kidding.
No,
that,
it's not-
that part's not real.
This might make it awkward to fit in an entertainment center that's already packed with entertainment equipment and a bunch of other consoles. Also, the Xbox One's lid is a giant vent, so you may not want to stack anything on it in the case that this thing also red rings. I'm not sure if it does.
Almost as if the 360 red ringed a lot at launch and they thought, hey, more vents are good.
More vents are good.
Also comes with more stuff. You have a Kinect that will be shipping with all launch
That's right. You gotta
units.
stack that somewhere too.
Don't put on top of the Xbox One, it blows up. And by comparison, the PS4 is smaller.
It's little trapezoid. Little guy.
I like its angle. It's anglers.
It's angular. Let's move on to hardware reliability. The Xbox One possibly might red ring, right? Maybe. Will the Xbox One have similar issues just like the 360 did?
It didn't do too well in the beginning, but they figured it out later, so hopefully Microsoft has learned from their mistakes.
Please learn.
I mean, look at all the vents.
Please learn.
It lets the air flow through. Yeah, well, the PlayStation 4, historically, Sony's been pretty stable with their hardware. PlayStation 2 broke for some people, like Lawrence, right?
I went through a fat, a slim, another fat, and then I think my fourth is still working barely.
Wait, did they replace them for free? You had to buy them over and over?
Yeah, jeez, you had to get in your horse-drawn carriage and drive to the ye old GameStop-y.
And then the PS3 Fat Edition had the yellow ring of death toward the end of its life cycle. But personally for us, I don't think anyone in this room has ever had an issue.
And then finally, the release date. PS4 is coming out November 15th in the US, and the Xbox One's coming out November 22nd in the US.
And we only talk about the US is because we're from here, and we know nothing else about the outside world.
Not at all.
So we pose a question to you. Which one are you going to get? Both? Neither? Maybe the Wii U? But we're going to ask all the people in this room what they're going to get. Go!
PS4.
Both.
Xbox. PS4.
Both. Xbox.
Both. Xbox One.
Get out of here. PlayStation 4.
Xbox One.
Xbox
PS4.
One. 2DS.
360. Booyah.
Nope. Moving on to your one and only trailer today, we get the Assassin's Creed 4 Open Sea walkthrough. Learn about diving bells and kill a shark.
Why do Ubisoft always want us to kill animals?
They hate animals.
Jeez, why are they so-
All the development of Far Cry 3, Rayman Origins, and all that fun stuff was powered by the blood of bull sharks.
Do I get meat now?
Meat. Eat that meat.
I hear
Eat
something.
that meat. Oh my god. Oh no.
This is the night, such a beautiful night.
I'm gagging.
Call it Bella Noche.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Today on Free Karma, we're going to the Joel's Hole for the retraction that Jack Nicholson is at YouTube next to Kojima.
Turns out he's retiring to be Kojima.
Retraction. I don't know what I'm saying.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Game Together for Friday.
Yes!
And today on the show, we're talking about 5 things you may or may not have known about GTA 5. Let's get to it.
I knew 3 of these. I didn't know the other 2.
I've been reading internet stuff about what you may not know. First off, headsets in the game will do more than just allow 12-year-olds to question your sexual orientation.
That's good.
That's very good. You can actually shout into your headset in GTA Online, and your character in the game will shout at someone, say while they're holding them up at a convenience store or something like that. Hopefully a pregnant woman.
So are they going to shout the same thing you shout, or is it just like you're like, hey, and then they say something?
Their mouth will just kind of move to what you're doing.
Oh, that's so cool.
Which is pretty awesome, and people will react accordingly. So
Right.
the more louder you yell, the faster they'll put money in the bag.
That's awesome.
I'm into it.
That is so cool. So number 2 is you're going to want to play as more than one character because each character has their own special ability. Michael's got the bullet time, Franklin's got the better driving, and he also slows down time. And then Trevor has got the frenzy mode where he takes less damage and deals double damage.
Very interesting. Another fact about the characters is you can't actually kill any of the other main characters. So the game will stop you from shooting any of the other 2 protagonists, but creative folks out there will probably find a way. Maybe throw a grenade next to a car, something like that.
Sure.
So what will happen is that character will die.
Okay.
They'll basically just go to the hospital, then you as a player will be penalized.
Because you have to pay what, their insurance or
Yeah.
something like that?
So they
Okay,
go to the
all right.
hospital like you would if you had died in the game.
Right.
But instead, you have to pay their bills.
So you're basically trying to keep alive all 3 of the guys, right?
Of course, yeah. They will be roaming around the map, doing their own business
Yeah.
at any given time, but you can actually interfere with their lives, and
Cool.
chances are you're supposed to be running into them kind of randomly on purpose.
Oh, okay. All right, I get you.
One really fun rumor I read online was someone talking about that if you can get the 3 main characters to go into a movie theater, they actually sit down and watch a movie that's in the game, Mystery Science Theater style.
And like do the commentary?
Yeah, they will all make fun of it with their own colorful commentary, and it will be different as opposed to just sitting there by yourself.
Rockstar's thought of everything, literally everything. So
Amazing.
number 4, money is much more than just a part of the GTA 5 logo. So there's the Boss Sack, the Boss Sack stock market, and what you're going to want to do is play that stock market a lot because buying up all of Los Santos is just going to take more than just completing missions. You're going to have to, like you were talking about with the car dealership, where if you go, you invest in a car dealership, blow all the cars up, and then sell your stock before it goes down, you're going to make a ton of money. And it's,
Ideally, it'd be like you buy the stock,
Right.
you go to the dealership, put a bunch of C4, go back to the stock market or whatever you do. I think you probably buy it on your phone.
The Boss Sack,
or
yeah.
something like that. So then you sell, blow it up. And then it just drops.
and then everything goes down. Yeah, that's awesome. It's so crazy.
And moving over to our 5th thing you may or may not have known. Police chases, however you want to call them,
Sure.
are going to be a lot more interesting.
Okay.
So you remember GTA 4, how you had a big ball where basically you'd be running away from the cops, it'd just be this giant flashing spherical thing?
Right.
That is gone. Now the cops have a cone of vision.
Oh, okay.
So it's very Metal Gear Solid style, but it's with police cars.
Right.
So if they can't see you, they won't arrest you. So theoretically, you should be able to get away by hiding in an alley, behind a car. Basically, it's going to be a lot more fun. And I'm really hoping for some LA-style getaways where we get to be on the news. Actually, that does happen in the
yeah,
game.
that's already confirmed. We already
Yeah,
know
we know it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I can't wait to do that. We watch that shit here all day. Joel loves it.
What do we got? What?
Fantastic.
10 days left? 10 days left of the game? 9 days left, isn't it? Oh my gosh.
The countdown is getting tougher and tougher every day.
Phil took 3 days off after the game comes out to play the game. 3 days off.
You know it?
Are you going to play for all 3 days?
Yeah, 5, including the weekend. Do you want to come over and watch?
What?
I got snacks. Hot Pockets.
And for more fun stuff to keep you busy while we all wait for GTA 5, Rockstar just put up a bunch of game-related features on their site. There's the Ego Chaser Energy Bar site and a bunch of political ad videos. Those are a lot of fun.
My favorite one was from Reasonable News, where it's like Power Rangers, but they're trying to stop violence.
And
No, I'm
sex.
sorry, sex.
Yeah, they're trying to stop sex.
Violence good, sex bad.
Yeah, they said sex is bad.
Flum come up. And every morning, 5 a.m., I wake up and I just cough it out. I want to kill myself.
It's from Germany.
Google Rachel Stevens.
Rachel Stevens.
Yeah, Lawrence is doing it right now.
Hey, autocomplete got it for me. She looks British as hell.
Dressed like a
Be
queen.
really careful right now with how you follow that up.
Ooh.
Here's a bollocks and bloody
Wait, what was your Harry Potter voice again?
Harry Potter was snogging, he was. Is it St. Quibbin's Day already?
It's St. Swithin's Day already, sir.
This episode of IG Daily is brought to you by Best Buy. Pre-order the new Grand Theft Auto 5 and earn $10 in reward certificates.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Monday. Hi!
Everybody loves Monday!
And today our headline, at a pre-TGS conference today, Sony announced a $100 setup VITA thing called the VITA TV.
It looks like a thing.
It is a small white thing.
Yeah, it's going to be releasing November 14th, 2013 in Japan.
Right. The release date was described as being ahead of a global release, so it's actually probably going to be releasing outside of Japan in 2014.
Yeah, this console actually plays PSP, PS1, and Vita games.
So if you look at the device itself, it has a slot for Vita games. It has a Vita memory card, HDMI out, USB port, and an Ethernet port. It also does Wi-Fi, which can output at 480p, 720p, and 1080i.
I love interlaced. Everyone's always asking me, why can't we get more interlaced
Does
stuff?
it do more PAL?
You can actually pair it with DualShock 3 controllers. But that unfortunately means that some touchscreen games aren't going to be compatible.
Right, but to fix that, they will eventually be patching that in with the DualShock 4 when the PS4 comes out later this year.
Hooray! Actually, another thing, PS4 thing, is you can remote play PS4 games. But I guess the question is, who is this for?
Rich white people who have nothing to do but spend money.
I'm gonna have one!
I'll have 3.
After I come back from the boat dealership, I'll pick up 2. It is interesting, though, it is strange for Sony to announce another living room device leading up to the PlayStation 4. It can be used as a PlayStation 4 extender, which could be cool. How will that work over Wi-Fi? I hope well. We know the NVIDIA Shield can do that. Doesn't work that great, though, when you're going from a console to another big screen.
I don't know, but you know what this means? This means that when my mom grounds me, I can still go upstairs and play PlayStation 4.
We all live with our mothers on boats.
We all live with our mother. We're actually all related. Everyone has the same mother, different fathers.
Why do you think white people all look the same? Either way, the Vita TV looks interesting. I actually want to play with it myself.
Yeah.
The design itself is interesting. It's very Apple.
Minimalist.
You can really tell they were going after
You
someone
can put it in
in
your
this.
coat pocket.
Clearly, if you're a small
useful.
British man who speaks Japanese. Hopefully they redesign it to look more like the PS4 so it matches. I have no idea. But they also announced an all-new PlayStation Vita at the same conference. This is being called the Vita 2000. Thought we were done naming things like that.
No, it's still 2000. We're gonna be 2000 until the year 3000, and then we can start naming things 3000.
Hot on the heels of Dracula 3000. I mean, 2000. Fuck. So the Vita 2000 comes with 1 gigabyte of built-in memory, which is bad. And it has a slimmer design and uses an LED rather than an OLED screen. Lawrence, why is that bad?
I have no idea. The internet's mad about it for some reason. I think they just want more letters.
It sounds like if they released a PS Vita in the year 2000, this is what it would be.
It is smaller. It's nicer. Lawrence, how much should it cost?
Well, they haven't announced it for America yet, but it's the equivalent of around $200.
So it's like 40 million yen.
Yeah, it's you can pay for it in Vitas, and you have to grind them up, and it's about 3 liters of Vita juice.
Good thing I got that new juicer.
Hopefully, though, with this announcement, that means that a PS4 and PS Vita bundle will be coming shortly. Fingers crossed.
I'm crossing something else. Our one and only trailer for today is the Deep Down trailer. Is this a real thing?
This-
Is it just a HUD
Look,
overlaid on other?
Compare, contrast. The old one looked fake.
Yeah.
This one looks real,
Okay.
but it looks like Dark Souls.
Okay. So what we saw before was fake, and now this is real. It was made to look real, but now this is real, and it looks faker.
It's like Assassin's Creed with the Animus thing, but then it looks like Dark Souls, and it could be hard. Capcom. With the new information coming out about the Xbox One storage solutions,
Yeah.
controllers,
Yeah.
the PS4's ability to download games at any given time,
So it's-
like remote download stuff,
So yeah, sure.
which one's better, Xbox One or PS4?
You're just asking them to flame me at this point.
Come on, Bruce.
You're just asking them to flame me.
Which one do you want? Remember when we were in Germany and we saw the Kinect and they said, it's got an IR blaster. It's shooting lasers all around this room. It'll connect to every device in the room. We said, can you connect it? He goes, no, that'd take too long.
This episode of IG Daily is brought to you by Best Buy. Pre-order the new Grand Theft Auto 5 and earn $10 in reward certificates.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Game Daily for Tuesday.
Let's
Hello.
do it! Alright, let's do it!
Fantastic. And first thing started for today, the Grand Theft Auto 5 map hath been leaked.
Uh-oh, and NeoGAF was the one that leaked it.
Not really. Someone gave it to. It's a whole complicated
Whatever, they
story.
posted
Anyway.
it.
So
Yeah.
we already knew that the GTA 5 map was big.
Yeah, it's 5 times the size of the Red Dead Redemption map.
If you remember, that was a big desert that you had to walk across. So it felt big no matter what.
Los Santos fits all of San Andreas, GTA 4, and Red Dead inside of that map.
Not at the same time, but if you like, let's just put some maps on maps.
Maps on maps.
So also here's some comparisons from the same NeoGAF thread. This is GTA 4 in the GTA 5 map right there. As you
Right.
can see, this island fits on top of this city And if you zoom out, it's a much bigger island.
It looks like it fit probably 3 or 4 of the GTA 4s and
Possibly.
all of GTA 5. And then, so here's San Andreas inside that same GTA 5 map.
Right, remember, that was an entire state, and that is fitting, once again, within just the city part of the new GTA 5 map.
That's really crazy. And then Lawrence actually found some NeoGAF posters are finding in-game locations on the map. So they found this bridge that's actually located kind of north of the map there.
Congratulations, they found a bridge.
Yeah, HAL 9001.
Wait, what?
Nice job. That was the username from NeoGAF.
And those asking, why is this new map basically looking like an island, which makes no sense since it's supposed to be a state. This is actually the theory I heard.
Okay.
After the earthquake hit California, this part of San Andreas broke off and became its own Hawaiian-esque island, and that's why there's so many different types of, it makes no sense, I don't care.
No, I get it, all right. And
it's a video game, you can't go outside the ocean, otherwise
it doesn't matter.
Thing crashes.
Just, you're gonna play it. Don't even talk about it anymore.
Consoles are old. So there you go, that's the map. Obviously, we're getting really close to the release of the game.
1 week!
Can't wait to play it.
On your next story, Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation HD has been announced. They did it!
What did they do? Wait, that game came out a year ago.
Clap, Joel! I'm not sure what they did. I don't know what they, he doesn't even know what they did.
Wait, Lawrence.
It's HD now!
Hold on. Lawrence, doesn't the Vita already do HD?
I think so.
That's all I need.
So, if you didn't want to buy it on the Vita, Ubisoft announced Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation for the 360, PS3, and PC.
That's the one where you play as a woman.
Aveline, her name is.
So Liberation originally released on the Vita in late October 2012. That's last year. That was a long time ago. The remake will include a graphical overhaul, hence the HD subtitle. New music will be in the game. Also included will be new sound effects, and music.
Oh my gosh, and then new missions, right?
I like musicians.
I'll call them musicians from now on. So, and wait, hold on, Lawrence. So, tell me about Aveline's story in relation to Assassin's Creed 3 and 4.
Well, I'm glad you asked because, as I said in my last newsletter, I'm actually a pretty common editor of the Assassin's Creed Wiki article.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, go ahead.
When it comes to Assassin's Creed 4, first we have to kind of start back at the beginning. So you'll remember that Assassin's Creed 4 stars Edward Kenway, who is a British privateer turned pirate and eventual member of the Assassin's Order.
Yep.
He's actually the father of Haytham Kenway, which we saw in the intro of Assassin's Creed 3, and the grandfather of Redhanan, who is later renamed as Connor Kenway, who is the protagonist of Assassin's Creed 3.
Hell!
Now,
Let's talk about the video games, because PAX is over. So I can't pretend I'm busy there. I have to do this again. So fuck whatever this game was. It's not even 3D. Oh, it's one of these. I should have face cammed this. I could have been rich. Fine, next week we're face camming the whole releases. Then you kids will see. It's like addictive poison that you can't help but watch. You know it's gonna be shitty. It's not actually scared. No, here's another thing I'll get you rich on YouTube. But check this. Secret to this one is just play it and record the gameplay. Done. Rich. More guns. Looks like Half-Life, but sad. And this looks like Killzone, but slow. Oh, it's a Mac release, idiot. It's not even a real game. Quit putting these in here. Oh, dude, check it. Finally, a way for me to play hockey while still being fat as shit. Thank you, scientific innovation. Are we not done yet? Shit. Dude, what? This looks scary. Best not to delve too deep into the horrifying arts. And this, it's another 2D game. And this one, another fucking 2D game. They just look so shit. Oh, finally, something that makes some fucking sense. When you can't make money off a Kingdom Hearts game, you just sell a Kingdom Hearts game that you've already made. I told you, man, always try to trick the consumer. They are fucking idiots. Case in point, there are some out there who bought this game. Oh, sorry, video game, we're all out of time. So fuck it, this one is racist, sexist, objectifies, I don't know, soundtrack by U2, fuck it.
You want to only try today with the Calls of Duty's Go Singles Players campaigns trailers.
Oh my gosh, this is the most patriotic American thing I've ever seen.
We're going to go to space, we're going to take our dog up there, we're going to shoot the bad guys, then we're going to come back down to America.
Sponsored by Dodge.
We love America.
Trucks.
And things with 4 wheels.
The dog attacked the helicopter.
He took it down. Did you see that? Teeth of freedom.
Haytham Kenway, which we saw in the intro of Assassin's Creed 3, and the grandfather of Redhanan, who is later renamed as Connor Kenway, who is the protagonist of Assassin's Creed 3. Now, we find something interesting when their stories are under. I have nothing else to go here.
I think it's just going to cut into Bro Team right there.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, we can do that.
Bro Team!
This episode of IG Daily is brought to you by Best Buy. Pre-order the new Grand Theft Auto 5 and earn $10 in reward certificates.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming for Wednesday. Hello!
It's hump day! Come here, come on, that's it. Hump him.
Oh!
Now I hump.
Why is he so dry?
Now I hump.
Why is he dry?
Just wait, hold on. Just one suggestion.
Yeah.
Since we're trying to get this out to journalists, Maybe we don't do this in this episode. So today, once again on the show, we're talking about the PlayStation 4 and its capture capabilities, or their lack thereof. Their lack of. I don't speak good.
That's all right. We know what you mean.
So bad news. A reliable source has confirmed to us that, just like the PlayStation 3, you will not be able to capture audio and video from the PlayStation 4 through HDMI.
So originally people got around this with the PS3 by using its component out, which the PS4 does not have. It only has HDMI out. And of course you can use an HDCP stripper on the PS4, but we think that might be illegal if you actually use those devices.
If someone actually wanted to pursue legal action and come after you,
Right.
they could sue you for ripping anything.
Right.
That includes gameplay and video. This is where it starts to get kind of scary.
Yeah.
And that's actually the base of this entire problem. It's HDCP. That's the copy protection used to protect digital anything, really.
Yeah.
And it's designed really mostly for Blu-rays.
Mm-hmm.
So you might be hoping that the share button on the PS4 will upload to YouTube as well, but that is also a misnomer. It is not happening.
Oh no, so the share functionality will hit the PlayStation Network, it'll hit Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, but not YouTube.
But what about Mark Cerny when he went on Jimmy Fallon and he said, yes, with 3 clicks you could post to
YouTube or Ustream or Facebook or whatever you
Really?
want.
I think he was wrong. It turns out, I think he misspoke.
Guess what? Sony's a big company, and maybe the left hand's not talking to the right.
Yeah, that just happens occasionally. So what does this mean for Sony? That kind of depends. If they try to crack down hard on this, it's just showing they don't understand the new way in which people share and discuss games online. They play games, they capture and they put them on YouTube, and they just have fun. They're not understanding that right now.
It's also very possible that Sony will be more liberal with the PS4 dev units, which can capture gameplay, of course, sharing them with YouTubers and the like of enable video sharing. All that fun
I
stuff.
don't know if they're going to even share like a dev unit with somebody so they can capture video and put it on YouTube.
Media outlets most likely will be able to do it, but everyday users, the guys we talk to every day, the community we interact with, you guys will not be able to do capture legally if this is, well, it is true.
Yeah, no,
that's the problem.
It just seems like Sony's trying to clamp down on the avenues through which people can share gameplay video, which makes sense, and they can control the exposure, but it's not good for any of us here on YouTube.
But more importantly, what does this mean for you guys, the games media, YouTubers, and the gamers that just want to share gameplay?
Right.
Well, you can use other options. There's Xbox 360, Xbox One.
PC.
You could do PS3 with component.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Wii U. They have no problems letting you capture.
Really? I thought they did have a problem.
Yeah.
And again, you can use the illegal HTCP strippers, but we would probably not recommend it.
I would not, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
Additionally, Sony may try to take down a video that has been posted after circumventing their copy protection. That means a strike against your channel, and if you're someone who monetizes, that could take down everything that you've worked for.
That would be really bad. So about a month ago, we speculated on this issue, the very same issue, and now we actually have a confirmation. We've been trying to get Sony to officially comment on this issue for months, but they just will not do it.
Right, even the developers that are working on launch titles for PS4 don't know about this issue, and it's a problem that's not gonna really rear its ugly head until the thing launches and people go, what the hell? So we're just trying to create awareness right now so that Sony will finally come out and realize it is an issue.
Yeah, no, and we want people to kind of pick up the story and ask Sony and get them to officially comment on this and find out whether or not HTCP is really an issue for YouTubers, because it is for us. We know it's a big deal for us.
So if you get a chance, do us a favor, please send this to Kotaku, Polygon, all those blogs that Sony actually takes seriously. Unlike us, skip the humping part. There's a cool timecode trick you can do with YouTube where you send videos out. That will look dumb. But honestly, it's about the message. That's the most important thing. It's about people being able to capture gameplay and put it up on YouTube, which is really how this company was built, and many other people out there, that is how they got their start doing what they do.
Right.
But then also, yes, we are being a little dramatic over the whole thing. You can share in many other places.
Sure.
They already said you can use Twitch, which you can then rip that video and then put up on YouTube. There's going to be a quality problem there. We just want things to be easier for the people out there.
Right, and you're probably already doing it, probably capturing your gameplay and putting it up and having fun. And it's kind of one of those things that we just want Microsoft and Sony to know that there are people out there doing this not only for money, but also for fun. This is what makes YouTube YouTube.
And once you limit people, they get mad. They don't want to deal with that.
That's true.
Once you tell them they can't do anything, remember when Xbox One they announced it?
They hated it. Lawrence, do you have any final words?
I'm still just thinking about goldfish crackers.
He's on a juice diet.
Why are we just talking about Billy Zane and Inside Gaming?
I think the idea of Billy Zane
Yes.
is better than actual Billy Zane, because Billy Zane showed up like, get the fuck out of here, Billy Zane.
Billy Zane is like communism.
But then Zane would be like, Dad, I love you.
Ideal world.
What's your last name again? How do you pronounce it?
Swindon.
I don't know. It's French, so you pronounce it like.
Where is Joel when you need him?
Yeah, good Joel.
It's like once I found myself in France, I was at the Champs-Élysées.
This episode of IG Daily is brought to you by Best Buy. Pre-order the new Grand Theft Auto 5 and earn $10 in reward certificates.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Thursday. Yeah, let's get in. Today we're talking about more GTA 5 news.
Because GTA Online news.
Well, all the news. Actually, you're correct.
Let's do it. Let's talk about it.
Totally correct. So the October issue of Game Informer came out. There's a 6-page feature with a hands-on for Grand Theft Auto Online, revealing some of the details about the as-of-yet secretive mode.
Those bastards, how did they get a hold of it? Jeez, all right. So first we're gonna start off with the GTA Online story or general info. First of all, female characters.
We kind of knew that, we saw in the trailer, but look at that ass. Move left, that's, hey.
Hopefully you can stab them like Call of Duty Ghosts.
Well, before in GTA... In GTA 4, he just had like a man's body with a potato for a face, so this is good. Women look like women. I like that.
That's good.
GTA Online will be taking place after the main story, so you'll probably see some of the people that you met in the single player that you got to play for 2 weeks when the game came out.
That makes sense. All right. Aim of GTA Online is to do whatever it takes to get more money, cars, and property, right, Lawrence?
Right.
Lawrence, that's what you do all day, right?
Sorta. I mean, I guess that's an analogy for what I do all day.
More money, more problems.
Right, Lawrence?
Yeah.
What do you use to get the grime off of your knees? Because I'm still looking for something that...
Gugon.
Gugon!
Yeah.
So there will also be over 500 missions in the online portion of the game. Some are solo, while others require a team.
Sure, that makes sense. Almost everything from GTA 5 single player will be in the online. So you get the heists, the missions, the robberies, assaulting, gang hideouts, hijacking armored vehicles, races, tennis, golf, base jumping. All of it will be in GTA.
I like how they say tennis like for the end. Like, you can play tennis.
And then you get to play tennis.
I love that. The heist will be unlocked once you purchase a high-end residency.
Okay.
So just like the single player, heists occur in phases as well. The example described, the magazine had players buying guns first from ammunition, and then they got a helicopter.
Oh, okay, all right, that's cool. If you're robbed by another player, you can actually put a bounty on that player's head for revenge.
I like that. We got a bunch of bounty hunters running around the city. That's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
And also, if you don't want other players messing around with you, you can go into passive mode. This will make you a non-combatant in the world, though firing a gun will definitely deactivate it, and then you're fair game.
Right, okay. We'll move on to the GTA Online gameplay info. So in missions involving bigger teams, a lobby window will open up. You can then pick different classes like the sniper, lookout, transporter, all that other stuff. The crew leader can then tweak settings like time of day, weather, difficulty, and how many lives you have to complete the heist.
I like that.
Yeah.
Online invites will actually come through your in-game phone, which can also teleport you to that match. So it's all very seamless. It just kind of keeps you in that city world.
That's really cool. Each living space you buy will have storage for cars. Apartments can house 2, while high-end houses store 10.
Yes! That's so cool. There's so many cool cars in this game. You're going to want to keep some of them, especially after you upgrade them. You can also invite your friends to your home and you can drink. You can call in some strippers, and you can watch Rockstar's custom TV shows or your friends' high-speed chases that are happening on live television.
I can't wait to watch Lawrence's high-speed chases on live TV. Lawrence, you're gonna do that a lot, right?
Yeah, and we gotta be on Skype at the time when I'm doing it, so I can just be shouting, throwing shit out of the car.
Woo! My white Bronco, just keep driving it! You drop your money when you die, but you can save it by depositing it at an ATM.
Right, it's suggested that you actually put all your money away when you can, so that when you die, they don't take all your cash. It'd suck to lose $1 million that way. So passengers in a car can also control the radio. They can watch from a cinematic camera. They also set waypoints for the driver, and of course, they can shoot people.
Oh, that's so cool. Man, I can't wait to play. You can call in airstrikes if you work up enough favor with a security company.
Interesting.
That's really cool.
Also, with the cell phone in the game, you can take a selfie.
Why would you want to do that, though?
Why wouldn't you want to take a selfie? I think it's just one of those fun little things they added. So with all this info, we're super excited for GTA Online. Once again, it happens 2 weeks after the game comes out, the single player. Yeah. So if you get GTA 5, it comes with that.
And you're actually reviewing GTA 5 right now.
We are allowed to say that. I am actually reviewing the game as we speak. Yeah. Our review will be going up Monday morning.
Yeah.
So look forward to that.
Can you give us a sneak peek? No, you can't, so don't talk about it. Shut up!
They're strippers.
On to your trailers, Assassin's Creed 4, the Xbox One and PS4 next-gen technology.
Yes. Weather.
Yep.
Plants.
Yep.
More weather.
There's balls.
Lots of balls.
I saw some balls.
Highlight of this thing was the balls. Ain't Peggy 18 for nothing.
And then there's also the Arma 3 launch trailer, everybody. Come on, clap for Arma 3, Phil. Arma 3's out. And we got an early code to play the game.
We've been playing for a while, and we love it.
So here's some of our gameplay. Okay.
Oh my god.
All right, we're in a truck.
What's happening?
Why is he doing this?
Look at his arms.
See you tomorrow. When you hit X or spacebar, you do this.
When you drink water, you do this.
How do you swim? How do you
sit
on the ground and rub your butt?
It's not like this.
Dear Claire Bell, it has been many weeks since I last wrote you.
All right, and then you press V.
I'm going to Arma, mother.
I'm going to Arma. Well, my favorite part is that your upper body doesn't move when your lower body does things. So it's just like this.
Yeah.
Great core strength.
This dead-eyed stare.
This episode of IG Daily is brought to you by Best Buy. Pre-order the new Grand Theft Auto 5 and earn $10 in reward certificates.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Game Daily for Friday. Hello, hi. And today we're talking about the PlayStation 4 and how much more powerful it is than the Xbox One.
So Edge Online recently did a feature where they quote several developers in discussing the relative power of the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4.
They unanimously say that the PlayStation 4 is much more powerful and easier to develop for.
That's kind of interesting. So they say the PS4 memory reads are 40 to 50% quicker than the Xbox, while its ALU, the arithmetic logic unit, is around 50% faster on the PS4.
Right, the ALU does all the math and memory reads, are most common. It's the most common bottleneck usually in computers. So this is actually a huge factor.
That's a big deal. So in practical terms, this means a platform agnostic game, meaning both PS4 or Xbox One, could run at 1080p at 30 frames a second on the PS4, while that same game would run at 1600 by 900 on 20 frames a second on the Xbox One.
Interesting. The Xbox One does have one advantage though. Procedures that require several memory writes, like procedural generation or ray tracing via parametric surfaces, would be faster on the Xbox One.
Okay.
That means something to somebody in here.
But we're not really sure what exactly that means. Either way, it has a little bit of an advantage somewhere. So
the door opens faster.
Yeah. So this discrepancy will not be seen in launch titles because graphics drivers are still in development and developers aren't used to either console yet.
Right, the article suggests that the discrepancy may even cause political problems, that publishers would ask the PS4 version to be crippled so as to not look obviously better than the X-Bone.
Oh, that's kind of interesting too. So, and actually, strangely, Rob Smith, you told us that PS4 developers have wondered how the PS4 system will stay cool, right?
Well, yeah, some developers are just unclear how this speed that they're getting out of its components can actually stay cool and not overheat in the box that it's in.
So that's kind of one thing we may be worried about at launch, but for right now, everything's fine.
More vents and ice.
Yes.
This is how we do it. Either way, at launch, the PS4 is going to be the more powerful console. We knew that would be the case, actually, when we built a PS4, an Xbox One, and a Steam box, and our test showed that the PS4, is way faster.
Right, so we already knew that. So, I mean, again, and I think this the PS4's advantage will only come a few years into this console cycle, because then the developers will be able to start using the graphics drivers correctly and all that other stuff.
And you're going to see a lot of that through the exclusives. All the games coming from Sony first-party studios, you're going to see the games looking the best on that. Same with any other system. That's why Nintendo games look so good. That's why Halo 4 looks good on Xbox 360. Right. That's how it's done.
Exactly. So, on to your next story. Recently, just a couple of days ago, we reported that the PS4 cannot capture gameplay through HDMI because of HDCP, nor can it post videos to YouTube through their share button, meaning you will not be able to easily get your PS4 gameplay on YouTube.
When we say easily, it's because we're lazy.
Yeah, we just want to be able to hit the share button and put it on YouTube.
We just want to cap gameplay the way we've been doing it here for years, so that's all it was.
In response to our story, Shuhei Yoshida, president of Worldwide Studios at Sony, tweeted out yesterday, "We'd like to keep gamers happy and are considering every possibility regarding PS4's gameplay capture. We'll update you as soon as ready."
And you scroll down a little bit, you see me in there, and basically you say, we just don't want HDCP on gameplay.
That's right, you replied to him.
That's really all we want. Yeah. So we've had commenters telling us left and right that we are wrong, citing errant sources, or wondering why Sony wouldn't let you capture on the PS4 when you could easily do it on the PS3, which you could not do over HDMI. You could do it through component.
Yeah.
And if you want to bring in some kind of HDCP stripper, don't even do that. It's illegal.
Right. So you couldn't do that on the PS3. You probably can't do it on the PS4 as well. So we said in our story that Sony had failed to officially comment on this for a few months because Rob Smith has been trying to get them to comment on this PS4 gameplay on YouTube for a long time. And they hadn't done that up until Shu tweeted yesterday.
Yes. And thank you to all of you out there who got the story out to actual people like Adam Sessler and Stephen Totillo.
That was really cool.
You guys really helped out. Ours, who covered the story. Game Informer, who covered the story. Thank you guys so much. The point of the matter is Sony knows what's going on. They know that we want to capture through HDMI with the PS4 because that's our only option outside the share button, and we did some good. So that's all we wanted. Thank you guys. You're awesome.
And I want to say thank you to Shu and Sony too, because that's really cool that they finally kind of realized and went, oh, you know what? We're going to try and fix this.
Sony, you're awesome for listening to the fans. We love you for that.
Fanboys!
Shut up.
First thing you gotta do is you gotta free the hips. You gotta free the hips. You want that mobility. You gotta get down, right? You gotta, like you're gonna turn a dry page.
Oh,
it's like you're gonna turn a dry page. There.
Oh, that's the worst part of the whole thing when you do that. I don't like that.
Joel knows.
I want didgeridoos and didgeridones.
Yeah.
That's a great show.
Do you play the didgeridoo while you... Wow, fuck it. We gotta shoot the
Anyway,
show.
we gotta go.
5, 4.
Everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Monday. Hello.
Hey, we did it! We survived the weekend.
We sure did. And today on the show, we're asking the question, is Grand Theft Auto 5 coming to the PS4 and the PC?
Well, maybe, because using a dev Xbox 360, enterprising 4chaners dug through a memory dump of the game and discovered XML data that references a PC and PlayStation 4 version of the game. I don't even own it, and they're already going through the code.
It's weird. So the XML appears to be a list of configuration variables that are set in the game. There's memory sizes, draw distances, vehicle density, and all that sort of stuff.
There are overrides for specific values in separate sections for Xbox 360 and PS3, but also PC and Orbis.
Orbis? What's that?
You'll recall that Orbis was the code name for the PlayStation 4.
Right,
before
so-
they called it PlayStation 4.
Right, that's a much better name.
I like Orbis.
It's got more brand recognition.
I like Orbis.
And then seeing Orbis. What? I mean PlayStation 4.
Whatever.
Anyways. While this implies that Rockstar is or was developing GTA 5 for those platforms, this is a little fishy because the XML is not well formed. What does that mean, Lawrence?
Well, it means that XML is a markup language and there's a metadata that they ascribe to values. But that has to be done in a certain way, kind of like if you write a sentence in English, if you don't end it in a period, people don't know what you're saying. So there's actually a slash and a bracket missing from one of these entries that if an XML parser tried to run through it, it would not be able to. So that whole section can't be used, the PC section. It's kind of messed up.
You just gave them seizures.
But the PC section is the only part of the entire XML doc that has an unclosed tag.
Okay, so does this mean that GTA 5 is 100% confirmed for next gen and PC?
Big maybe!
Yeah, probably. Personally here, yeah, we want to believe that, yes, GTA 5 will be coming to the PC. Have you ever seen our channel? We do a lot of...
Never seen it. Does that exist? Is that somewhere that...
You should
something
look
that
at
exists? All right, I'll check it out.
Well, anyway, over there, we still play GTA 4 to this day, and the mod scene has kept the game a lot of fun and still relevant. Enter Hulk mod. Logically, Rockstar and Take-Two want to sell as many copies on the solid install base that they have on the current gen consoles. That's around 140 million units floating around there.
Historically, they've been a little hit or miss on PC, but every major GTA has come to PC at some point in time.
This is very true.
So this leads us to believe that the current strategy is to keep current gen as a priority for 6 to 8 months, after which...
Release on PC via Steam with mod support. That's just wishful thinking on my part. Colon.
And then announce next gen edition for late 2014, early 2015.
That's my hope. But in that regard, we're buying the same game 3 times.
I'm gonna buy it 4 times. I want to buy it on Orbis.
Exclusively for Orbis. But for now, it's still kind of in the air. We know NVIDIA kind of confirmed it a little while ago. Chances are, yes, hopefully it's coming out. But right now, the game is coming out. Check out a review. If you're kind of on the fence whether you want to get it or you want to get it some more.
Yeah, who are these people that are on the fence?
I don't know why you're watching this. You should be waiting in line at this point. Phil's taking time off.
Yep.
He's committed.
How many days?
3 days.
3 days, so...
Horrible employee.
That's real nice. Try again. Keep running. You're gonna give us a chance to see a few of them. Good. See, you don't have to arch. You don't have to be all flexible. That's a bad picture people have. Have fun. Right.
Welcome back to Inside Game Daily for Tuesday. Hello, hi. And your first news story for today is Grand Theft Auto 5 going to make $1 billion?
I bet it will.
$1 billion.
And that's in 30 days.
How so?
So according to Robert W. Baird analyst Colin Sebastian, GTA 5 is going to make $1 billion in its first month of sales. Here's the quote. Given the significantly higher installed base of relevant console platforms at launch, greater sales concentration among the top video game franchises, and unprecedented pent-up demand, we expect GTA 5 to outpace GTA 4 sales, generate monthly $1 billion in retail sales in the first month. There you go.
So for history's sake, Grand Theft Auto 4 only made $900 million in its first month.
That's bullshit.
Frickin' tryhard. Which equates to about 11 million games sold. Wow. Dear God.
And then for comparison's sake, Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 2 both made $1 billion in around 16 days, give or take. So just that they made it in about half the time that GTA 5.
We're only mentioning those because those are the best-selling games of
all time.
Of like recent memory as well. I think Mario's the best-selling. I don't know. Wikipedia knows stuff.
That's true.
I wish they would reveal sales numbers. Then we'd know stuff. Either way, Grand Theft Auto 5 is off to a great start. You guys are all playing it, so you're probably not watching the show right now.
Not at all.
Have fun getting eaten by a cougar. It's been cool.
And on your next story, Gabe Newell says that Valve will announce Linux plans next week, which means it'll probably be the Steam box.
Speaking at LinuxCon, which is apparently a thing, Gabe Newell mentioned that Valve would announce more details about the Steam box next week. Mm-hmm. They might even reveal the Steam box hardware, according to this quote that says, "So, the next step in our contribution to this will be to release some work we've done on the hardware side."
Oh, Gabe, you're such a tease. Gabin.
I just...
Can you... And that was like this.
Your eyes have to be open a little bit more. Half open.
So Gabe embraces Linux as the future of gaming and Valve because of its open, potentially connected nature. Right now, gaming is dominated by platforms that force disconnections from each other. So, you know, your Xbox doesn't talk to your PlayStation Vita, and so forth.
Right. Under Linux, a Steam box could connect your gaming experience to any number of peripherals and other devices, expanding the gaming possibilities, which is very good.
Right, so is Gabe condemning controlled systems while creating one of his own controlled systems?
Well, we know he hates Windows 8 because of its closed system, and he actually used to work at Microsoft. That's where he got all his money to actually start Valve and create Steam, which every gamer uses right now on Windows. Well, it's also on... So what is that?
It's on a bunch of other
I was going to say OS X, but it's OS 10.
It's on Ubuntu, and it's on all other things
sure.
too. So. And I guess the question is, how would this even work, given that hardware manufacturers don't really support Linux? Lawrence, what do you think?
I think it could work, but Valve is going to have to write all of the drivers themselves and make them freely available to every publisher, and also maybe pay them some money just to get the game on the platform.
Well, that's the biggest issue right now, is that the people who actually make the games don't exactly support Linux. So everyone who makes engines, that's going to be basically Epic is going to be a big one because the Unreal Engine, Valve themselves, and a couple other guys are actually going to have to make their engines compatible with a system that is only used by a 0.01% of people with PCs.
This is actually Gabe's biggest endeavor to date, and whenever when Steam came out, everybody's like, "What the fuck? This is so dumb." But in 10 years' time, now Steam, controls the market. So.
And look at the positives. This might mean a free operating system down the line. You might not even need Windows. You just get the Steam OS.
Yes,
that could be a thing. And while that might not mean anything to anyone here, the rest of the world doesn't really have a lot of money, and they have cheap pieces of hardware. This could be good for them. We don't know. Hopefully more information will be coming out next week.
I trust my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, Gabe.
Oh, because he ate Jesus Christ. It was inside of him.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Whoa, whoa.
On your game release, we were brought out
by Tampel.
Listen, video games, get ready for a revolution in you. Birds, vehicles, compelling characters, dare I say a bit of controversy? Shit, how do they think they can get away with this? Ruthless adversaries, yeah, dude, bring them on. Look at this guy. Video games have now truly transcended being toys for children and the mentally feeble. Example 2, check out Exhibit 2. Not too long ago, you'd think it's fucking stupid to show a robot's dangle legs this long in a trailer. Today, fucking make that the whole trailer. Done, sold, it's art. Speaking of purest art forms, Jeffrey is now on the Mac! Oh, and why don't you get cultured and support this Russian import? Grand Theft Auto. That one's free, Yahtzee. I'm not fooled by the guns you got. You're still Vladimir from the block. Like BLOC, like Russia! Fucking you kids in your games! You don't even know great communism! I hope this game steals your cans!
First trailer for today, we got the Evil Within gameplay trailer. This one's coming all the way from Japan. I think they call it Nippon over there.
Lawrence, is that what they call it?
Glorious Nippon.
Man, you're a racist.
Assassin's Creed looks like it's in there.
Boy, you're really a racist.
Ezio's just killing people.
And then your final trailer, Battlefield 4. This is multiplayer.
It's so good, you can't even say it right.
I was so awestruck.
Yeah.
Multiplayer.
I'm so struck. This game's got guns and vehicles. Levolution.
This is the only show on YouTube where we keep the strokes in. Keep the strokes in.
Thank you for supporting the Strokes.
Eyes have to be open a little bit more. Half open.
Give us a quote, Lawrence.
Someone's got to nail that girl's spin to the floor.
I would think I did that one
Yeah,
already.
you did that one already. Next.
Next one.
Shit, really? Damn. What about Little Mermaid 2, Return to the Sea?
No! Boo! Shut up!
Everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Wednesday. Hello, hi.
Yes! Ow, I hurt myself.
Your first news story for today, Blizzard has announced that they're going to be removing the auction house from Diablo 3.
Uh-oh, does that mean that Diablo 3 is going downhill? Possibly to die?
Possibly, but we're asking ourselves on the show today, can Diablo 3 be saved?
I think so, probably, yeah.
Yeah, so this whole story is coming from a post on battle.net, and the in-game and real money auction houses in Diablo 3 will be closing as of March 18th, 2014.
So you got a few months now. You can go out there and do your bitcoins. Do your Lawrence, what is it called on the real money auction houses in Diablo 3?
It's called money.
Not bitcoins, not Diablo cash,
We're not nerds, man. Just dollars. Come on.
Diablo dough, possibly. Diabloons.
Diablo, I slick my hair back, I put on my suspenders, and I put on some rad 80s music because it's time to make money.
I logged in, I was in the desert. It's been a while.
Diablo 3 game director Josh Mosquera said the auction house short-circuited the core reward loop. The main appeal of Diablo should be killing and looting, not slumming around auction house listings.
Who would have thought? This is all part of the Reaper of Souls expansion for Diablo 3, which is going to be including the Loot 2.0 feature.
What does that include, Bob?
Loot 2.0 will feature less loot but more targeted item drops with better stats for your character.
That's amazing.
It's like a real game. Also included with that will be new game modes like loot runs, which reward guaranteed special item drops.
That's
Stuff
cool.
that a lot of people like to reminisce about Diablo 2. Of like, I remember when it was like that.
Yep.
I didn't play Diablo 2.
I did.
I
And
barely played Diablo 3.
It's cool.
Had fun.
It's neat, repetitive.
I'm just coming back now.
There's
And it's a shitstorm.
There's also a new NPC called the Mystic who will reroll one attribute on an item and allows transmogrification, which will reskin your gear.
Do it, Harry.
Cool.
But also raising the level cap, doing a bunch of other stuff. But the
Right.
question is really, with this expansion, are they going to be able to save Diablo 3 with this?
So Lawrence says Diablo 3 doesn't really need saving, right, Lawrence?
Yeah, it's a fun game. What's wrong with that?
I don't know. I've been playing a lot of GTA 5.
And Blacklist, right?
And Blacklist.
I mean, like, the thing is that the gameplay on Diablo 3 and in Diablo 2 is repetitive. There's a lot of that. And Lawrence, you and I are having the conversation that maybe Borderlands is kind of taking over this gameplay style. Is that true?
I mean, yeah, it's the exact same gameplay loop, only you're shooting guns instead of clicking on monsters and watching them die.
Right, and I mean, the auction house doesn't really change the game itself, and obviously Diablo's been dwindling in popularity for years now.
Right, we were even saying that the clicking sort of thing has been taken over by the MOBAs that have been coming out, feels like every other week. What can you actually do to save Diablo at this point for a game that Lawrence feels like doesn't need saving, and I feel like probably isn't as popular as it once was?
I think it's just becoming outdated at this point, and now people want to play first-person shooters more than they want to play the top-down RPGs. Again, I think it's just too repetitive and people have more better games to play right now.
I have an answer for you.
Okay?
Diablo MOBA. Double MOBA.
Blizzard owes you a lot of money now.
Maybe a new IP? I don't know. Just try something, Blizzard.
Lawrence, they're already making Blizzard All-Stars, right?
Yeah, that's right. And Dota 2 actually has a lot of those ideas in it. There are item drops, collectibles, stuff like that. So.
But Dota 2 is hard and mostly for China.
I don't understand why instead of talking you just made a loud squealing noise. Thought it worked every time.
That's right, James.
James, what did you think of this run on GTA? Boy, isn't it really cool how you could do this? That's the new way we talk to each other.
It's probably gonna go in the script now.
Everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Thursday.
Yeah! Thursday!
Yes! And your first news story for today, some very, very good news.
Yes.
The PlayStation 4 will be able to capture through HDMI.
All right!
Just not at launch.
Okay.
Good?
That's good. No, it's still good.
And it gets better.
Yeah, Sony just announced it at TGS today. Brad Douglas, head of third-party relations at Sony, tweeted, I think we just announced that we're going to allow video capture of games over HDMI. Details will follow soon.
That was followed up by Shu, our favorite person in the world, who said that it would not be coming at launch. Said, I quote, "We announced today that the PS4 users will be able to capture their gameplay through HDMI output in the future. We will update you when ready."
So right now there's no timetable on this. We don't actually know how long it will take Sony, but it's great because Sony actually acknowledged this issue. That is very, very good. We reported on this about a week ago, sort of broke the story and got the awareness started. Thank you again, Rob Smith.
Bugger off, you wankers!
That's not Rob Smith.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rob.
Yes, you're very welcome.
Hey, there he is. Okay, good.
Our initial fear was that Sony was just going to stay quiet until the console launched,
Right.
and that it would come with HDCP or without, either way, making the whole thing look kind of silly. But at the end of the day, they actually admitted fault in some kind of weird way.
Yeah, they really did. Thank you, Sony. I really
And
appreciate
they're
that.
doing this for you guys. They want you to be able to capture gameplay. And that's all we wanted. That was the whole thing. So for everyone out there who said, we made up sources, we're just trying to badmouth Sony, that is in no one's best interest. We were doing this for the people out there who play video games.
Interestingly enough, Sony has not mentioned YouTube at all integrated into their share functionality. So we're hoping they're going to add that too, so you can upload to Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube.
Sure. Once again, though, I'm going to reiterate this. I could not care less what that share button does, because now that you can cap and HDCP is no longer an issue, you can upload it where the hell you want.
Right.
That was the important part.
So you just got to buy the PS4, wait a few months, and then HDCP will be off, and you can start capturing.
Unfortunately, though, not all news can be good today. There was a passing of Nintendo president, the former Nintendo president. Say his name.
Yamauchi.
Thank you.
Yamauchi.
He passed away today at the age of 85.
That's right. Hiroshi Yamauchi was the third president of Nintendo and transformed the company from a producer of Hanafuda cards into the video game giant we know today. Lawrence, why is he important?
Well, he's a really fascinating figure. I mean, first of all, it takes a lot of talent to transform what a company does, and also he's basically credited with reversing the video game crash of the 80s.
Man, so our hearts go out to his family as well as Nintendo and everybody else that I followed Yamauchi back when I was a kid and I played Nintendo all the time. So
I would have loved to hang out with him in the 80s.
that would have been bad.
Pop collar, fast cars, a lot of that. Your first trailer for today, we got the Dark Souls 2, the Aching Bones trailer.
Oh my aching bones.
Because you're going to die a lot.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
It's Dark Souls.
The lighting looks amazing.
But look at the dungeons, huh? I can't wait for all this gray.
Look, we just won the goodwill of the people,
Yeah, so?
and it's gone.
Yeah, so what? Dark Souls.
I'm into it.
And your final trailer, Dragon Ball Z, Battle of Z. Dare I say the best trailer I've ever seen.
Goku goes Super Saiyan lesbian.
Ever. They talk about pudding.
Freezy pops in there.
There's like 7 Gokus. Could he beat Superman or Neo or Terminator or Wolverine all put together? Yes.
I like that they got an anime voice actor to do the voiceover for the trailer. And he's more extreme than any of Dragon Ball Z has ever been.
Z Warriors battle!
And the Spirit Bomb looks like semen.
And it's like the beginning of Look Who's Talking.
Yeah.
He's right.
Extreme pre-orders! Oh,
7 Gokus
It's-
plus 8 Friezas!
not over yet!
Lawrence, did you watch it?
Yeah, I've been watching it on loop for the past hour.
Oh, okay, good. I wanted to make sure.
Synchronized rush!
It's literally the best trailer I've ever seen.
Phil currently lives in an apartment where he has to pull down the bed, like out
It's a
from
Murphy
the
bed.
wall.
Yeah, it's
And
called a
then-
Murphy.
And it's also, he just has a tiny desk, and right outside of his window, there's always police sirens and like a neon sign that turns on.
Also a train.
Yeah, Trey.
Yeah, and the landlord's always chasing him, yelling some kind of gibberish, but he can always hear, rent, rent, rent! And he's just like, "Ah."
He's like, here's your rent, and he
There's,
flicks
there's,
his
an, there's an old
cigarette
woman that hits on Phil. Like, her name's Mrs. Thomas. Hello, welcome to Inside Gaming for Friday. So on to our first story. There's a bunch of GTA 5 PC screenshots floating around. And
There are?
Yep, there are right now. Lawrence, what do you think of that?
Well, I'm gonna mix it up and say they're totally real.
What? You called bullshit on these.
It's actually out now. I have it.
Oh
And
my
an
God.
elephant, and I'm riding on the elephant, and it's awesome.
So we're calling bullshit on all of these things. So in one of these videos, you can actually see that this guy posted from Reddit. His name's DevBuild. You can see the beta tester's Skype ID, and he said that he's Russian, and actually his Skype says he's Portuguese, and he lives in Kenora, Ontario,
Which is a city.
I don't know where that is, but it's definitely not Russian.
Yeah.
Additionally, the videos he uploaded on GameZone Bra, which also has a ton of other videos. They're all in Portuguese.
So unless he's a trilingual programming whiz who lives in Kenora, Ontario, and isn't lying to us,
I think he's lying.
All right. The user also posted a screenshot with the task manager open showing the GTA5.exe using only 2% of the CPU and consuming 825 megabytes of RAM. It's possible, but very unlikely the game could take that little CPU on an extremely fast multi-core system, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's, again, very unlikely that that's the case. Additionally, there's way too little RAM for a PC port of GTA 5, which would probably use uncompressed textures.
What's likely is that it's another process renamed GTA5.exe and it's minimized, which, wouldn't you know, the taskbar is invisible.
What a surprise.
Ah!
Thanks, DevBuild. There are a number of other odd circumstances surrounding this, but ultimately these screens, videos, would be really easy to fake, and I think we've kind of proved it here. You can just rename any executable to GTA5.exe, run it next to captured video from the console version of the game, because you've probably been playing it and capturing it.
And blammo!
There you go, done and done. You got yourself a GTA 5 on PC.
Yeah, for the video, you can run capture in a borderless video player and put it on top of another window.
Yep.
And everybody in Reddit, like, this is all from a Reddit thread, and everyone in Reddit's already taking this guy down.
They're already saying fake and gay.
Well,
that's what they're saying.
I mean, that's, I guess.
There's even a leak from GameSeek in the UK showing GTA 5 on PC coming out November 22nd, 2013. Games for Windows Live is dead, though.
So?
There you go.
We want this to be true. We really want to play GTA 5 on the PC.
Yeah, we do.
But this story is, you know, it's made up, and it stinks, and it's not right.
It stinks, like me.
Like you.
Yep.
And me.
All right, on to your next story about GTA 5. This is GTA 5 news on GTA 5 channel. GTA 5 broke $1 billion. It did it!
Oh my God!
We were right, you sons of bitches!
Yeah, it turns out Inside Gaming reports news. Yesterday it was announced that GTA 5 made $800 million in just one day.
Holy shit.
And in the second day, it made an additional $200 million, so it broke $1 billion in 3 days. Holy shit.
So Take-Two said, we believe this marks the fastest that any entertainment property, including video games and feature films, has reached this significant milestone.
And that's what they said, but they're forgetting about Joe and Mac on the SNES, which also hit $1 billion.
Did it really hit $1 billion
in 3 days?
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, Joe and Mac, who knew?
I forgot about that.
COD Blops 2 did it in around 15 days.
Yep.
So rather than COD Blops 2, we're glad that GTA holds the title.
Yeah, I really am. I think they deserve it, and COD Blops 2 has now been unseated. I just like saying COD Blops.
COD Blops. I got the bag COD Blops last weekend.
Oh.
We have some Steam living room announcements.
What?
Holy shit.
Oh boy!
There are 3 announcements coming from Valve about Steam in your living room. You should probably get that checked. The first one is coming Monday morning.
Yeah, that's true. The site says the Steam universe is expanding in 2014.
So this is obviously for the Steam box, like Gabe hinted at earlier in the week. Also, we get orbs!
What?
And a countdown clock!
What?
And a controller with buttons on it!
So you go to steampowered.com/livingroom to see all these amazing things.
Yeah, just stare at a countdown clock for 3 days, guys. That'll be super fun.
Not really at all. On to your trailers. The Assassin's Creed 4 multiplayer trailer. Lawrence, have you seen this trailer?
I haven't.
You haven't? Joel, have you seen it?
No, but I'm going to assume it's like the Dragon Ball Z trailer from yesterday.
Oh man, that trailer was good.
Full range, 360-degree combat! 12 kinds of knives and 18 boats.
That's how it went. He's right. Lawrence, do some more voiceover for Assassin's Creed 4 multiplayer.
It's got numbers in it and Roman numerals. You like maps? We got 12 kinds of maps. We got jungles and waterfalls. You want a bottle of rum bottles or a...
Hey guys, welcome back to Inside Joel, your one-stop shop for gaming news. If you want to get inside me, do it now on Inside Joel with Bruce. Hey, did you see the football game last night?
Did you see the football game last night? Did you guys see the man catch the ball?
There were touchdowns made.
When do we begin? Now.
Hello and welcome to Inside Gaming Daily for Monday!
Yay! We survived the weekend! Yes!
Don't make that terrible noise! It's Joel's birthday today!
Hooray! Happy
Yay!
birthday, Joel! Actually, Adam is out.
Yep.
For Joel's birthday.
Joel's birthday. He
So
takes the day off.
Joel has to come in and work, but Adam is enjoying himself.
Thanks, Kovic.
On your first news story, the Steam OS has been announced.
Hooray!
We did it. It's free and it's based on rock hard Linux.
What is that? Is that a way you
I
describe
think
Linux?
they meant to say rock solid Linux.
Okay,
rock
well,
solid Linux.
anyway, you can stream games from your Mac or Windows PC, meaning you can play your Steam library from your gaming PC through your living room Steam box onto your big screen TV.
So that means you just get the little Steam box thing, you put it in front of your television, and it'll play games through your Steam box like Steam OS, or it'll stream from your computer, your Mac window. So that means you can play basically any game through the Steam box on your television. Lawrence, do you have anything else to add to that?
Nope.
Good. Okay, all right.
Okay.
You can also access your favorite music and video with the Steam OS, which probably means Netflix, Amazon Video, Hulu, and hopefully some Google Play as well.
Yeah, it also supports family sharing, so you can extend your library to a bunch of people and take turns playing each other's games.
That's really cool.
Which sounds
Xbox was
weirdly
actually
erotic.
Yeah, well, you can, it's sort of erotic. As before, individual games can only be played by one person at a time, though, when you're family sharing. Interestingly, the Steam OS and the Steam box means something like the little Raspberry Pi computer could conceivably be a very cheap Steam extender to your living room. We don't really know the specs on how powerful these computers need to be, but we'll find out first.
We don't have any details right now, but for Steam streaming functionality, you gotta have a little bit of performance.
Right.
Given that Steam OS represents the circle,
So you see the little circle
in this
graphic.
graphic here,
Yeah.
we can kind of make some sort of guesses as to what the rest of the announcements will be.
So in 48 hours, the second announcement, it's got the circle with the brackets around it. And Lawrence, you think it's a Steam box on Wednesday, is that correct?
That's correct. I mean, if the circle is the software, whatever's got angles and is surrounding that has to be the hardware, right?
So in 48 hours on Wednesday, we'll see the actual announcement, possibly the Steam box. And the third announcement looks like two circles.
It looks kind of like an owl, like his two owl eyes with a plus sign in the middle.
They're nipples. They're nipples.
Oh,
pointing
yeah.
at his nipples.
That's true. They
Lawrence,
look like
Lawrence, why don't you tell us what you think this is?
It's it's two women's breasts, and she has half of a swastika.
That's not what you wrote in the script, Lawrence. Lawrence, what did you write in the script?
Well, it can mean a lot of things. Personally, I'm betting on some kind of cloud functionality, because the icon implies that it's one OS plus another one, like talking to another one.
Correct.
So I'm thinking some kind of distributed, there's a word for this, processing, and then maybe some kind of new functionality multiplayer, maybe game streaming, game sharing, something like that.
I think Lawrence is on the right track.
I wouldn't save that announcement for last, though.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Doesn't seem big enough.
Half-Life 3?
Half-Life 3. That's what.
Confirmed?
Oh, two circles.
Two circles?
Two plus.
Plus.
There's a plus sign. Two plus.
The one plus sign
is
big circle.
Is a bigger circle.
Right.
And
that means
Half-Life
3.
3 is. Oh, if you take a 3, it's essentially two circles, right? Right. A 3.
All right, on to your trailers. Your one and only trailer. Phil's pick. Woo! Alien Rage.
Phil's pick of the year. This game looks
Yeah!
amazing. Look at it right now and try and guess what engine it's running on.
Unreal.
Yep.
Was that right?
Yeah, because everyone's got big shoulders, and it looks a lot like
Gears of War.
We've seen Gears of War.
Lawrence, is there rock music in this, Lawrence?
Oh my God, is there ever rock music? And aliens, and armor, and jumping over waist-high walls.
Fucking awesome!
The enemies explode.
Hey, Ty, can you get a shot of his ridiculous? He sprained his ankle. He's wearing a sandal because he sprained his ankle last wear the brace, but then he's wearing this shoe.
Because you need flat-footed
He's wearing
shoes.
a Vibram shoe because you can't be propped
If
up.
I wore my sneakers, I'd be leaning over on my bad leg.
But the question is why didn't you wear the other flip-flops?
Because I don't really. It's not really that comfortable.
Because he
And
doesn't like the
honestly,
flip-flop.
this foot is very cold.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Really stupid.
Well, I'm sorry that I can't be perfect like you, birthday boy.
When do we begin?
Now.
Hello, welcome to Inside Gaming Daily for Wednesday!
It's Wednesday!
Yes!
Yeah! Did you forget about this?
I did.
You
actually.
did!
This is my first hump. Wow, I feel dirty, but satisfied.
Satisfied at the
Yeah.
same time. Adam Kovac's not here because he swallowed my beard. On to the first news story. The Steam box has been revealed. Yay!
Yay! Duh!
That's just tempered applause. That's all it gets. As previously reported, Valve will not produce a Steam box in the same way console makers push the PS4, the Xbox One. There will be an internally developed box from Valve, but also multiple companies will be able to develop and release their own Steam box as licensed by Valve.
I think this is pretty cool.
I totally agree.
It's like the Android approach, making all the software tools available for hardware manufacturers to customize for free.
Yeah.
I love it. It means more competition.
Totally. The official SteamOS hardware will be available in 2014, so you got a little bit to wait for that console. In the meantime, Valve will select 300 beta testers to evaluate their internally developed prototypes.
So few people.
So yeah, there really aren't that many. So you got to log into Steam and to find out how to be a Steambox beta tester. There's a bunch of different things, like you got to use a gamepad and all that other stuff. Are you gonna do it, Joel, or no?
I don't know.
All right, that's
I'm
a no.
like, I have no interest in going on and submitting bug reports. No, thank you. What does it all mean?
Lawrence, tell us, what does it mean?
It means that the future of the gaming space is mostly going to be like cell phones and not in a shitty Ouya kind of way.
Yep, that's true.
Like multiple manufacturers will be able to customize their own implementations of SteamOS, add their own features, and release it. And it will support all the games that you already play.
So it's kind of a big gamble on Valve's part, because Android was a huge gamble on Google's part, and it paid off obviously in spades, but it took years. So what's gonna have to happen for Valve and the Steam box.
Look, it didn't take years. It took like 2.5 years.
That's
nothing.
In tech life, it took years, but yeah. So hopefully Valve will make the Steam box and SteamOS work for us, because Android is working for us too.
I'm super excited to see all the different pieces of hardware coming out, probably in like 2014, 2015.
Yeah,
There'll be lots of different options.
A lot of really cool shit. And speaking of the Steam box, the second news story is that NVIDIA is collaborating with Linux developers.
Yay!
More tempered applause. Oh, okay, all right.
NVIDIA's Andy Rittger contacted the developers of Nouveau, the open source version of NVIDIA's proprietary drivers.
Right. Rittger said that NVIDIA will be offering information on the workings of their GPU. Never mind. What this means is that NVIDIA is partnering with the Linux open source, and that means that SteamOS will probably support NVIDIA video cards. That's what we're getting at.
Yay, more tempered applause.
So it's going to be optimized. Lawrence, that's exciting, right?
It's super techy. What does it mean?
Yes. Lawrence, tell us.
It's so exciting that I sent NVIDIA 20 pies. Nobody will get that. Anyway,
NVIDIA
was like the last hardware or video card manufacturer that was kind of holding out on Linux. In fact, the entire Linux community was pissed at them because they didn't even give them the time of day.
Correct.
But now they're actually sharing information. It's bright, bold new day, bold new future.
And finally, GTA Online microtransactions have been confirmed by Eurogamer.
We called it!
Don't clap for that. We reported on this yesterday. Players with early access to GTA Online confirmed to Eurogamer that real money microtransactions are in the online version of GTA 5.
So the prices are listed in British pounds, but they are, we converted them to US dollars for you because we're not all our editor-in-chief.
Basically, you're spending $20 for $1.2 million, and
is that a lot? Is that a lot in game? Is it worth it?
Is that a lot, Lawrence? What do you think?
Ish. Yes, it's a lot there.
We all knew it was happening.
We knew it was coming.
Just prepare the anus.
That's just kind of the way it goes. I mean, I don't care about microtransactions. It's okay. We bought the game. The game is fun.
Yeah.
And if you want to buy other stuff, then just buy other stuff.
Yeah, you'll really impress us with your cool pad.
No big deal. All right. On to your trailers. Thief, the bank heist trailer. Here's a minute and 15 seconds of. There's some gameplay in there.
We rag on these Thief trailers a lot, but the thing is, the gameplay is super fun.
The game's badass. I saw like 25 minutes of it way back a few months ago. It was awesome.
So if the trailer doesn't convince you to buy the game, let Bruce convince you.
It's so cool.
What is cool about Thief?
The story, the gameplay, the next-gen graphics.
Thieving?
There's just a lot of really cool shit about this game.
Hidden guys with clubs.
The hidden guys with clubs. The trailers just don't portray what this game actually is.
Last trailer, or final trailer, number 2, Batman Arkham Origins, the Deathstroke trailer.
You can play as Deathstroke in challenge mode. Is that what we're saying?
It looks like challenge mode.
Looks like challenge mode. All right.
They're beating up dudes all over town with a gun baton.
It's called gun kata, Joel.
Gun kata.
That's gun kata.
Sweet gun kata.
Gun stick.
Gun stick, gun kata.
NVIDIA's Andy Rittger contacted the developers of Nouveau. Oh my god, there's so many weird words here. The open source.
No, open source.
I'm sorry, can I take that again? The open source version of NVIDIA's proprietary.
Rittger said that NVIDIA will be offering information on the workings of their GPUs to them, Valve, or to what the fuck?
To them. Yeah, see, it's not me.
No, this is a terrible news story.
When do we begin?
Now.
right, so your first news story is actually more of an opinion piece. We were thinking about the PS3 and the Xbox 360, and all the other games that are coming out, both current gen and next gen on the PS4 and the Xbox One. So, are the old systems better than the new?
That's a good question, and we're going to take a real look at what next gen will look like.
Yeah.
So remember that the Xbox 360 and the PS3 games sucked for about a year.
Yeah, when they first started coming out, they weren't very good.
They weren't that good, but we don't think that it will happen this time.
Sure,
this generation. It's a little different launch, so.
Yeah. The technological leap isn't as big this time around because before we were going from SD to HD, and that was a huge increase in cost and development time, and both systems were very, very different. But now, technology is easier to develop for because they're all x86, they're all PC-based, meaning development is much, much easier.
But the question is, what new games are coming out on both next gen and current gen, meaning we don't need to buy the next gen systems yet?
Right. So let's go down the list. First of all, Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs?
Yeah, definitely. Call of Duty Ghosts.
Assassin's Creed 4.
Battlefield 4.
Need for Speed Rivals.
And there's also Batman Arkham Origins, but that's only current gen. You actually can't get that on next gen.
Yeah, South Park Stick of Truth, a lot of people are excited about. Also, only current gen.
Right, and then there's all the sports games. Those are all cross-platform. They're current gen and next gen. So all these games you can actually you can get on 360, PS3, as well as PS4 and Xbox One, so you don't necessarily need to buy the new system right away.
Yeah. But then the flip side of that is what games are only coming out for the PS4 or the Xbox One.
Right, so first of all, there's NAC.
Yeah!
Everybody's excited about NAC, right?
Yeah, people are going...
Tempered applause. That's my favorite kind.
There's also Rise.
Right, people excited about Rise, everybody?
Son of Rome!
Would you rather play Rise or NAC? If someone had a gun to your head.
Rise.
There's also Drive Club, which actually looks pretty cool. I think this game might be a possibly...
Speaking of looking pretty cool, Killer Instinct is
Woo!
also Xbox One exclusive.
You know, nobody
Phil
really...
and I...
Yeah, just you and Phil
are going to have some fun with
No more talking about Killer Instinct! Alright, there's also Killzone Shadowfall, which is the first-person shooter that PS always comes out with in a launch, and for some reason they constantly think it's a system seller. Lawrence, do you think this is a system seller? I'll take that as a no.
Yeah.
There's also Infamous Second Son. What do you think of this?
I think it looks better. I played the first two Infamouses a little bit. I didn't finish them, but this one looks a lot more interesting.
Sure,
I like this one a lot.
Forza 5.
Yeah,
Sure,
racing game, whatever.
Yeah.
Dead Rising 3.
This could possibly be a system seller, I think.
There are fun games, and I definitely think people are going to be interested in it.
Yeah.
Kinect Sports Rivals.
Sure. Whatever.
I think there's a line at Best Buy of people already waiting for Kinect Sports Rivals.
And these last three games, I'm just going to let Lawrence briefly mention. Go ahead, Lawrence.
I've got one that has 3 hairs coming out of it. What's going on there?
Rhyme, Resogun, and Shadow of the Beast, which I'm sure you all recognize as the Amiga system seller. From the Amiga.
Nobody recognizes these games. So these are the games you'll have to play for about a year if you buy the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. Obviously, you get the free-to-plays on the PlayStation 4 like Warframe and Blacklight. But remember, these are, again, they're not going to hold your attention for very long. So you may want to hold off, and unless you've already pre-ordered the systems, which, like, I think you have.
Yeah, I have a PS4 waiting for me.
Yeah, I have too. But it's okay if you want to wait because all the really big AAA titles are current gen and next gen. So.
AAA titles like Titanfall,
right,
may end up
non-tempered applause.
Yes, excitement.
It's the only game that will probably end up being the very first system seller,
Yeah.
and it's also on Xbox 360.
Yeah, but it doesn't come out until mid next year.
Right, so next year, and it's only on Xbox One, 360, and PC. It's not on PlayStation 4. And again, this will probably come out on PlayStation 4 eventually.
Give it time,
three
I'm
or
sure.
4 months.
Yeah.
But that's the first game that could possibly change the game, and that's all the way next year, next year. On to your trailers, Assassin's Creed 4, the infamous Pirates trailer.
Do you think there's another trailer for not infamous pirates? It's like
yes,
like,
the non-infamous pirates.
Just like other pirates, they just rob and
swab the
pillage
deck.
and
It's
whatever.
the opposite of infamous.
Famous Pirates trailer.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
there's a famous Pirates trailer.
But because they're bad people, they have to be infamous because we shouldn't reward them.
Yar, there's Blackbeard.
Yeah.
And Tom.
Blackbeard and Tom. But more importantly, the Mortal Kombat Legacy 2
Oh my gosh!
premieres.
It's out!
Now.
We did
today.
it! We did it!
We did it. We didn't have anything to do with it. But we did it.
So there's one thing that the viewers should do. Get over there.
That doesn't work.
Oh no! Go over there.
No.
Go click it. Toasty. Lawrence, are you there?
Yeah. You don't know this?
Yeah.
But I've been like inspecting the hair around my nipple this whole episode so far.
We'll just keep doing that, all right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Up next.
You know that thing where like 2 hairs grow out of the same pore?
Yep.
Yeah, I got a lot of that going on.
All right, keep it going. Keep it up.
Kinda like Knack.
Amorous.
Get over here!
It has begun.
Welcome to Inside Gaming Daily for Friday!
Yes! 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 Yes!
Wow, that was really good. Nice job, Joel.
It felt really good.
So Adam Kovic is not in today. He's actually just sitting right there.
Hi, Adam. Say something for the people.
That sounds odd.
That was funny. He's a funny guy. Okay. On to your first news story. China's gonna lift the ban on console game sales.
It's about fucking time. Ni hao, China.
Hey, come on, everybody give that a clap. That's really good. That's really good. So the PS4, the Xbox One, all the consoles will be able to be sold in China very, very soon. The Wall Street Journal reports that China will end a 13-year-long ban on game console sales.
That's right. Government ministries agreed to ban consoles in 2000, fearing that they would negatively affect Chinese youth, but it just made PC gaming extremely popular in the country. And as Lawrence said today, it just means that the popularity of Dota is going to be cut in half now.
It's going to go way down, right, Lawrence?
That's right.
Oh, man.
But on Xbox now.
Yeah, I know. That's right. They got to port it over to
Jeez.
Xbox. So now game consoles will be included in a free trade zone with other previously prohibited foreign products. These new rules will be implemented over the next 3 years with no exact date given on when game consoles will be made available.
What other foreign products, like sex dolls or...
Maybe some like Discmans or...
The gaming population of China is huge, obviously,
Yep.
and you don't interact with them right now because they're all playing, as I said, Dota all the time.
That's true.
So get ready to get pwned by Chinese people.
Nobody says pwned anymore, Joel.
Pwned.
Nobody says pwned.
Get ready to get pwned.
So recently, Microsoft also announced a joint venture with Chinese internet TV company Best TV New Media, which means Microsoft might be positioning the Xbox One as a TV/gaming device in China. Very, very interesting. Kind of like they're doing here.
Kind of exactly like they're doing
Yeah,
here.
and Microsoft is a lot smarter than I think we think they are.
So I'd like to welcome all of our new Chinese viewers to Inside Gaming Daily. Make sure the captions are turned on for this episode.
Do we say ni hao?
Ni hao?
Ni hao? Is that how they say
That's
it?
all I know how to
Hello?
say.
Donald, how do you say you just got pwned in Chinese? Is that how you say it?
Really?
No, it's not. It's a quote from Wayne's World.
On your second news story.
Bindua!
On your second news story, Joel.
We have the third final Steam reveal happened
Yeah,
today.
that's true. It did.
Yeah, it's a controller.
That's it. It's a Steam controller. Okay.
2 circular trackpads will be clickable.
Yep.
There's precise haptic feedback on each of the circular trackpads. What does that mean?
That just means it's going to vibrate a lot underneath your fingers when you're doing this.
Just like my girlfriend, if I had one, which I don't.
Feel anything yet?
No. There are also 2 trackpads on the back, a touch screen in the middle of the controller that's also clickable.
Yep.
4 shoulder buttons, A, B, X, and Y buttons, and 3 long buttons on the bottom that might be Steam OS interface buttons.
So this image actually shows Portal 2 binding, so you can kind of see how an FPS will work with the controller. Trackpads are for movement and look, just like you'd expect. Shoulder buttons for firing portals. Exactly just like the standard FPS layout on any console.
Yeah, the controller will also work with all of Steam software regardless of platform, so you don't need a Steam machine to use it.
That's really cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
My gut reaction was to be like, this looks terrible, and then as an adult, I realized I need to get my hands on it before I can make that judgment call. I bet I'm gonna love it.
It's very rare that Valve screws anything up. It really is. So, and it's one of those things that all 3 announcements weren't very big this week, but with Valve doing this, I mean, they've thought about this for years. They've been planning this for years, so they know what they're doing.
I think this is one of these announcements are going to seem really small and then reverberate for a long time. Especially the console announcement, the fact that third-party hardware manufacturers are going to be able to develop these boxes. I think it's going to really shake up the console market in a way that a lot of the smaller, newer consoles like Ouya is trying to do, but terribly failed because it's boring. There are no good games on it.
Yeah, well, Lawrence made the correct comparison. It's more of the way Android kind of jumped into the cell phone market right after iOS, and everyone's like, Android, that's never gonna work. And now it's taken over the market. All right, on to your trailers. One and only trailer is The Evil Within, 12 minutes of gameplay. Lawrence, did you watch all 12 minutes?
I've watched 0 of the minutes.
0, well, tell me what happens in it.
Okay, there's a man, and he looks very frightened, and he's running down a hallway, and there's some blood, and then there's a monster with some sort of bladed thing attached to his body somewhere that's crawling after him. And then there's loud music that sounds vaguely disturbing.
Right.
And then louder music, and then no music, and then music again.
Lawrence, does he have a gun?
No.
He doesn't have, oh, Lawrence, you were wrong. I've watched the trailer. He does have a gun.
Does he have a gun kata, though?
No, there's no gun kata. But he does have a gun.
I'm also gonna keep hammering away. Mortal Kombat is, it was uploaded yesterday, but it's still there. So
What?
if you wanna watch
We're
Mortal
not putting that in the clickouts. Nobody's watching more. Who cares?
Put it in the clickouts.
No.
As the channel manager, I demand that you put it in the clickouts.
No.
Get over here!
It has begun.
Everyone, welcome back to Inside Game Daily for Monday.
Hey, we're back! I'm so glad. I'm so tired of Jimmy.
Your first news story for today: the PS4 is beating out the Xbox One in the old-fashioned polling system.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
According to a
Reuters,
Ipsos poll.
Yep, that's true.
These are words. They found that a majority of those surveyed are likely to buy a PlayStation 4 over the Xbox One this holiday season.
So out of 1,297 participants, we weren't one of those participants, right?
No. They actually went out to people who matter.
That's true. 26% are likely to buy a PS4 compared to just 15% for the Xbox One. And if you narrow the range to those under 40, which is about 408 people, the gap widens. So that means 41% of people under 40 want to buy the PlayStation 4, while 27% want to buy the Xbox One.
Yes, also that 27% also like football. They like beer.
That's true.
And something about wife beaters on the weekends.
What do you mean they wear the shirts, right?
That's what they're called.
Okay.
Anyway, all these factors can be attributed to a number of things, such as the Xbox One suffering a huge PR setback when it announced restrictions on used games.
Yeah, they eventually rolled back those policies like we all know, but the damage had already been done.
Yeah, you want to know how it's still there? Read a YouTube comment.
Yep.
It's great.
Everybody loves PlayStation 4.
Additionally, the PS4 is $100 cheaper, and from the beginning has always pitched itself as a gaming-focused machine.
That's very true.
Speaking to the people who they're actually trying to sell to.
Right, so as of now, PS4 is still winning the PR battle.
Oh, totally. They've got it on lockdown. And you know, they got the kids with lack of funds, basically, who are going to be probably regretting their purchase one day when they're like, fuck, games are expensive.
Yeah, I know.
Like, yeah, the console's $100 cheaper, but games still cost $60. Fuck, I should have learned math.
So we'll see what happens after the holiday season.
Steambox!
I'll say, oh, what? You're going to buy a Steambox?
No!
I didn't think so. On to your next story. Battlefield 4 beta is preloading right now.
Let's go to the live preload cam.
All right, hey Bob, if you're a BF3 premium member, you pre-ordered BF4, if you bought Medal of Honor like 10 years ago like Phil,
what the fuck just happened?
You can access the beta tomorrow on all platforms. It starts tomorrow.
So the beta is open for everybody on October 4th,
right?
Which means it's just a demo.
But if you're anything like me, you'll have 3 whole days to play the beta before all you other plebes.
Right, and it's great because the Grand Theft Auto Online servers are going to go down,
Oh, shit.
and then the Battlefield 4 servers are going to go down,
shit.
and then what can we play? Phil, ideas?
I got nothing.
Ooh.
Rob, what should we play?
How about that shooting the president thing?
Yeah.
Hey, there's a good call. That's a good idea.
We're gonna go shoot the president. No, wait, we save him.
I mean, saving the president, yeah, not shooting the president.
I hired the top 2 assassins with laser pointers.
On to your trailers, the Assassin's Creed 4, the heist trailer.
Ah, yes, just like Grand Theft Auto, but with boats.
Yar! There's Blackbeard and Johnny Depp.
Yeah, a bunch of Johnny Depps. And another Johnny Depp. And another Johnny Depp. That's a Johnny Depp with tips. We got a brief mention starting today. If you buy Doritos and or Mountain Dew,
Yep, that's true.
you can win an Xbox One. We mentioned this thing back at PAX when it was basically in our face nonstop.
Yep, and it just opened up today. What you do is you get the points from these products, and then you get ready to start bidding on an Xbox One in about a month. The auctions start opening up in about a month. Go to every2minutes.com to check it out. Again, you can win an Xbox One if you're bidding on it with the points you get from Doritos and Mountain Dew.
And we know all of you really just want a PS4, but this one you can get for free.
Guys, what should we do to Adam? What? Should we do something to Adam since he's been gone for a time?
Tickle his balls.
Tickle his balls?
Yeah.
What else? Hit him in the dick?
If you could pull your own scrotum over the top of his head.
Okay.
And get it on.
Hey man, what's up? Scrotum head! Scrotum head! Scrotum head! Scrotum head!
Adam!
That's Bruce's new name, not mine. Look at that weird chipmunk face.
Oh yeah, scrotum head.
Get over here!
It has begun.